Yeah, I look like a lawyer after work right now.
You do.
You know, it's a long day at work. Hi, it's Jim and Amanda. Thanks for being here, gang. Get a couple more people here.
Yeah.
Will you or won't you? I titled this, by the way.
Okay. Yeah.
During the game on Sunday.
That flipped up.
Will you or won't you? It's a big question, actually. I think a lot of people are subconsciously willing and wanting this. Or more willing. We'll find out what it is in a second.
Okay.
We'll get some more people.
Okay.
Richard's here. I don't want to
Yeah.
get on that. They said enjoy my lawyer look.
Yeah. So, did you sleep when you didn't? Because it's all crisp and nice.
See, I have this rule.
Yeah.
I have this rule. Like Amanda saw me last night. We were at My Fair Lady.
At the Aronoff.
Aronoff Center. Good show. And I had this on last night with a jacket, mind you. But I have the same shirt, the same tie, the same pants, socks, and shoes.
Everything's the same.
Look, I just got these shoes. There's stickers on the bottom still.
Oh.
Different underwear, just so you know. But other than that, everything else is the same. I didn't shower, so the skin cells are different. But I have this rule. On Sunday, I wear whatever I wear to church on Sunday, and then I usually change. Of course, what I wear to church on Sunday is usually what I wear to work on during the week all the time. I wear the same clothes all the time. But I usually change out of it. So I'm like, but I already have it out, and I didn't wear it a lot. So don't put it in the dirty clothes. So I usually wear what I wear to church on Sunday on Monday. Just because. Or if I go out to, say, a play, a musical performance at the Aronoff Center. I'm like, I mean, it's not dirty.
You only had it on for 3 hours.
Right? It was not summertime. It's not like I'm sweating underneath my suit jacket.
No, I totally agree.
So I'm like, I'll just wear it again today.
No, I like it. You looked really good.
So,
you look really good.
Although I had the tie, I did have the tie tightened. But I'm like, I don't feel like tightening.
I'm not sure I've ever seen you in a tie. Maybe once. Maybe once. Yeah, that looks good.
Richard, Clark Kent, that's right. First it's the glasses.
It really is.
Now it's the tie.
Yeah, we're seeing this transformation unfold.
All right here.
He said new underwear. Does it have an S on it? Does it have...
You wonder. I'm not sharing. Scott, good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Drunk Debbie. It's good to see you. Oops. Good to see you, Drunk Debbie. Haven't called you.
Oh, you haven't called her Drunk Debbie a long time.
I haven't. Scott says Dr. Jim. I had hi, Missy. Good morning. I had a coworker, Carla Cantrell. I used to work with her, and I had LASIK, but why did I have glasses? Why did I wear glasses?
Reading glasses?
I don't know why I wore glasses. Because I had LASIK. I'd wear glasses every now and then.
Wow, I don't know.
I would wear them. Maybe they would help me just see distance things a little better. Or maybe they were reading glasses. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. I had glasses. I wore them every now and then. And whenever I wore them, she'd go, "Hey, you look really good." I'm like, "Thanks, Carla."
Wow. Maybe that's why you wore them. You didn't need them.
No, she always complimented. Maybe. I like the compliments.
Yeah.
She would always compliment me on those. She was my boss, too.
Right.
She would compliment me on the glasses, and I had a particular flannel shirt that I would wear. And so when I wore that, she'd be like, and then if I wore the shirt and the glasses, she'd be like, "Oh my gosh, you just look great today." And then if I didn't shave, I could have gotten a pay raise.
Wow.
Just say, I could have come in and said, "Hey, I need a pay raise." She would be like...
She likes that newsman on a bender look.
And we were both born on the same day, 1 year apart.
Wow.
I won't say who's older, though. She is. All right, so will you or won't you on Super Bowl Sunday? This is the question. And I saw this number this morning, and I was like, oh, and I realized I've been and never thought about it.
Yeah.
I've been doing it and haven't thought, should I or shouldn't I? So the question is, Amanda, have you even thought about it, and have you been doing it?
I have no idea.
Super Bowl, snacks, chips, reach, grab. Someone else, reach in the same bag, pull out.
Oh, no. No.
You're still not doing that?
No, still not doing that.
So we are.
Well, we did yesterday with Nick in the cubicle. We did do that.
There you go. That's true.
That's like the first time. I remember, and when I did it, that's so funny you bring that up. When I did it, I was like, well, we work together. We're all vaccinated. We've all had it, except for you.
What? Except for me, exactly.
Yeah, but you ate after me.
I did.
You know, we have my 90-year-old father-in-law. We've been watching the games with him every Sunday, and if you've been watching us every morning, you know that.
If you haven't, Amanda's chewing you out.
So I always make him a little bowl of his own snacks right there.
All right, so he's got his own. But what about your family? Do you reach in the bag?
Well, we all live together. We're all mixing.
There you go.
We're all in the same petri dish. So
we hang out with the Clarks, and the other folks that live next to him. Pences, not the president, not the vice president, but the Pences. Oh, we're always reaching the same bag. And 70% of us plan on dipping in the same bowl this year. You know, for that whole pandemic, we had to individual bowls to dip in.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you
everything had to be individually
and you had to
wrapped.
cover it so no one could see it. And you had to dip. You said, now it's like we're like whatever, dip. And I saw this and I realized I haven't even thought about that. I haven't even thought about that for a year plus. We've just whenever we get together, we got a bag of chips. We reach in, we reach the bowl together, whatever.
We haven't.
Whatever.
You know, honestly, I haven't had many opportunities where I'd be sharing dip with anybody.
Do you have friends?
I do have friends, but I guess I haven't been
kidding.
eating them.
I'm kidding.
You just said something, and I totally blanked on it. I'm doing what you did yesterday. I'm blanking out on what you said. Oh, my Parker, my son, has never reached into a bag that anybody else has reached out of before the pandemic.
Why?
Because he had one of his baseball buddies over one day, and they were gaming and eating Doritos. And this kid kept putting his hand in the bag and licking the dust off his fingers and putting his hand in the bag, and it totally grossed Parker out to such a degree. A year or two before the pandemic hit, he will never, ever, ever eat out of a bag of chips. Anybody's, even if it's his favorite ever in his life. He's so disgusted.
What's his favorite chip?
Doritos.
So I'm gonna get a bag of Doritos next time I see him. I'm just gonna sit in front of a fresh bag.
If you lick your fingers, he'll leave the room.
I won't lick my fingers. I'll just reach my hand in. He'll just assume.
Yeah, he will not. He will not. He won't even do it. I mean, like we live all in the same house, same petri dish. He won't even eat out of a bag with us.
Have you had any Cheetos lately? You know, the orange dust.
It
looks like you've rolled in them.
I know.
How about that?
A bagel shop.
That's a great. Was that new?
Yeah. No, actually, I opened up a bin and I was like, oh, you had a bagels thing.
Is your husband's sexy shirt in there?
No, actually, he goes, we bought that the same day we bought my black one. I'm like, I'm sorry, couldn't find yours.
That looks so good in.
Couldn't find yours. I found mine.
Cool Ranch, nacho cheese.
He likes nacho cheese. His sister likes the Cool Ranch. So I have to get a red and a blue bag every time I go to the store.
Not a Cool Ranch fan. Never have been.
I loved them when they first came out, but I don't like.
And I mentioned this before, but I'll say it again. I didn't realize that Cool Ranch was ranch dressing. I didn't realize that.
How could you not realize that?
I remember when it came out, because I was never a ranch dressing fan.
Oh, okay.
And
well, you definitely can't live on the west side.
Right, and I did not realize until last year when I was reading some article about Cool Ranch, about Doritos, and it was talking about Doritos around the world, and it was talking about how in Europe or in England, I forget which is, they call them American Doritos, American flavored. And I was like, why do they call them American flavored? And it said because they don't know what ranch is over there. It's not a dressing that they have over there. And I went, it's a dressing. Oh, it's ranch dressing flavored. God, that's the little red and green little dots in it.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I never liked Cool Ranch Doritos, because they had those red and green dots. Honest to goodness. And I think the flavor's nasty. But it had those red and green dots, and I was like, wait, why are there flecks in here? Never could figure it out. For how many years? They came out in like
decades.
84?
I don't know. But, my favorite was the taco flavored Doritos, which I remember being a little kid.
Oh, those are nasty too.
No. So those first came out long time ago. Because I remember being like 4 years old or 5 years old. I was a flower girl in a wedding and I hadn't eaten all day, and they gave me a bag of those taco flavored Doritos. This was a long time ago. They were so good. I've always loved them, and then they were gone forever, and then recently brought them back in the last 5-10 years.
That was a bad marketing play on their part to bring them back.
Oh my God, no, they're so good. But I don't get the bags because my kids don't eat that flavor, and then I'd eat the whole bag myself. So I don't.
Isn't that horrible when you do that? I mean, it's not horrible. You enjoy it. Doritos. By the way, Mike says don't screw up and wear that shirt on Friday.
No. That's why I'm wearing it today.
Thank you, Mike. I saw your note.
I'm with you, Mike.
We have our clothes that we wear.
I'm just wearing black on Friday.
Super Bowl party at work today? No, man, it's just like all bangled up, man.
No, I just I was looking for my husband's jersey and I found mine.
Yeah.
But not his.
So food. We won't be doing the throwing yet. Oh yeah, Scott can't throw yet. No throwing footballs yet because it's still in his arm recovering.
You could be the receiver. You could like catch all the food in your mouth.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah. I like it. Okay, so how do you butter bread? This is like something that's been going around. But like you're at not at home, because at home the rules are different. We stick our hands in bags, of chips, obviously, except for your son. But you're at let's say you and I, Amanda, have gone to a fundraising dinner. And we always go to free fundraising dinners because we're the MCs and because I can't afford to go to them.
Often they serve our dinner while we're on stage and then take it away before we get back. We're like, We were up there.
It's a free meal, and if it's free, it's for me. So let's pretend we are at a fundraising dinner. We're emceeing it, all right, and it's for the Clementine Oranges Association Growers of America and Panama, all right, and we're there, and it's the big round table. You all been to big round tables at some place, and there's foods there, and there's the little all the proper silverware, and it's laying this way, and it's on front and top of it, and everything like that. And you got your water glasses in the right spot, and there's a basket of bread, right?
It always has the basket of bread, like different types of bread.
And you pass the bread around. First of all, no, I can't remember exactly how that goes, so I'll skip that. But let's say it's been passed around, you have the bread on your little bowl, and you like butter.
Okay.
Let's say you love butter.
Okay.
You're gonna butter your bread,
Right,
and you're gonna
right.
eat it. What do you do? Tell me the steps.
Well, if I were on Tom and Jerry in a cartoon, they always go.
That's a great way to do it.
But in real life, I'd probably just take the knife and just spread it on. Yeah.
That's wrong.
How can there be a wrong way to butter your bread?
Miss Etiquette. And I learned this. And there's a YouTube video going around of Mr. Etiquette, and everyone's like, this is the correct way to butter bread.
It better not be this.
And so it's close to that. So I'm like, okay, what's the correct way? Because I get annoyed with TikTok videos. Hey, this is a new thing TikTok says. So I read it. I didn't watch it. I just read about it. And I'm like, oh, well, that is the correct way to butter bread. If you had asked me this before I saw this YouTube thing, I would have said, this is the way to do it. The correct way, etiquette-wise, all right, is to take your bread, right? You put it on a little plate, and you're like, I feel like some bread. Take that bread. It doesn't matter if it's a roll, if it's a piece of bread. You take it, and you rip off a bite-sized piece, right? You then take your butter knife and you take the patty of butter, whatever, and it's on your plate, your little butter plate, and you take enough butter for that piece and you put it on there, right? On that one, and you eat it, the whole thing, the bite-sized piece with the butter. You've now had your bread. You don't take it and cut it in half or rip it open and butter one side and butter the other side. The correct way, according to Miss Manners and all etiquette things, is you rip off with your hands at the table, and there's crumbs flying everywhere. You rip it off. You butter that bite-sized piece, and you immediately eat it.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy?
I will keep my elbows off the table.
It's true.
I am not letting anyone tell me how to butter.
I have a tie. It's true.
Okay. It seems more authority-like when you say it with a tie on.
And I believe, you pass everything, I think, to the right around the table, I think is the way it goes, except for bread. Like, I'll pass you the peas, and you take the peas and you serve yourself and you pass to the next person. If it's bread, I grab the bread basket. I'm pretty sure on this. I grab the bread basket, I pass it to you on my right. You take it, you offer me a piece of bread. I take it, I put it on my plate. You then pass it to the next person who then offers you a piece of bread from it.
Oh, for crying
You don't
out
take
loud.
the bread and take the basket and put one on. You give the basket to the person next to you and then take it from them.
Sometimes I get up at the table and I go to the other end where the dish is that I want, and I just
You're
put
that
it
person.
on. I'm like, oh my gosh.
You are so West Side.
I know. I saw him.
So West Side.
Okay, Mike
I love you,
says,
West Siders.
What do you think about Gronk saying he would like to play with Burrow? I saw that, and at first I was like, oh, how flattering. And then my second thought is, no, I don't want him here. I think he might ruin the chemistry of the team we have.
Oh, we've got a great chemistry.
He's too superstar-y. I think he would upset the balance in the force.
And he's doing a USAA commercial right now. Have you seen those commercials? I've never USA banking is for military people and everything like that. And honestly, I've never heard Gronk talk. I've never heard him talk.
That sounds like a great segment. Talking with Gronk.
And he sounds. I can't say someone sounds like they're not smart, can I?
I mean, you could say they sound like it.
If I were to say
Clearly
someone,
he's way more successful than we are.
well, football wise, but I don't. He doesn't sound very smart. And I hear him in these commercials. I'm like, USA are using him, and they're making fun of him too because he keeps trying to become a member of USA. And they're like, well, are you a member of the military? Are you a family member? No. Well, you can't join. I don't understand why I can't join this thing. That's a bad impersonation, right? But he just doesn't. And I'm like, Gronk, I just assumed he'd be a great spokesperson.
Yeah.
I can't imagine him giving a speech. I can't. A man's like, I don't want to be a part of this.
You know what? Gronk is collecting
Oh my gosh, yes.
$500,000.
Gronk's amazing. He is amazing.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that's not my first choice for a spokesperson.
Right.
Just saying.
I know. Someone's a fan.
Just saying.
Someone high up is a fan. They're like, let's get Gronk.
He is amazing. I mean, if he was on the team though, he would kick some butt. But yeah, I don't think.
No, I'm sure he's great.
Gronk's
and I'm not obviously
Gronk's
an
huge.
expert on football, But my gut instinct is he's too superstar-y for our team. Our team is a great balance. I just love watching them. I like all the guys. I think they have, they have their rhythm. They have their chemistry going. I think it would be like adding too much of an ingredient.
We don't want any more ingredients.
Yeah, we got a perfect mix right now.
Hang on, I gotta check. I think we have to talk here in 40 seconds. Or not. Let's see here.
Where's your coffee at, Amanda?
No, we're gonna play one more song.
I don't have coffee, but clearly I need it. I had a late night. Actually, I feel pretty good right now. I feel like it might hit me later today, but my hair's looked better.
Richard says I look very professional.
I know. I feel so schlumpy compared to Jim.
Childish. That's a better word. Debbie says he sounds childish.
Okay.
And I apologize. So when they take the soundbite out and try to sue me, that's a better description. I didn't know the word to use. He just sounds childish.
Thank you, Drunk Debbie.
Thank you for saving me, Drunk Debbie. But yeah. And I love you. And I'm a USA member, by the way. Thank you very much. And I'm like, why are you using him? But I do like how they slap him around because he's trying to do the star power. Like, I'm such a star. I'm Grunk. And like, yeah, I don't care. Yeah. You're not a military member, and no one in your family's a military member.
Right.
I'm Grunk, though. Childish. Thank you, Debbie, for saving me.
You need to serve your country.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What do you think about Grunk saying he would like to play with the burro? Oh, that's what you just talked about. Yeah. With a knife, there's a knife. You have to use the knife for the bread.
You can't just like dunk the bread into the. That's so funny, and that's so interesting that you read that whole article.
I did. Well, once I realized I know how to correctly butter bread. Well, first of all, I wasn't thinking about that. I'm thinking about my bread at home, right? I'm like, well, how else would you do it?
Yeah.
Like it's like the perfect way to make a grilled cheese sandwich. Don't use butter, use mayonnaise, which, by the way, is good.
Really?
It's yummy.
Okay, never heard that.
Oh my God, you haven't? That's been around for like 5-6 years.
Yeah,
it's amazing. It doesn't burn as much as butter does. You don't have to watch. It's not as heat sensitive.
Okay.
And I guess it's better. You can use a low-fat Hellmann's. And so I've only done it twice, and it completely changed. Not in a bad way, but it changed the flavor of my grilled cheese sandwich.
I would imagine.
I was like, yum, this is good.
Really?
Yeah, so you're supposed to use mayonnaise instead of butter.
All right.
So there you go.
I'll have to make that for Dave and Parker. They're in a really big grilled cheese zone right now. They use all different cheeses all at the same time. But
always got to use multiple cheeses. So so I was like, well, let me check and see if it's. And I'm like, oh, it's the etiquette thing. I know the etiquette thing. Let's see if it agrees with me. And I read it. I'm like, yeah. I've known that since we taught etiquette to our high school youth group at Christ Methodist Church in Kettering, Ohio. We had a weekend. It was our sexuality weekend. It was a great weekend, by the way. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. But I think part of it was also etiquette.
Wow.
I think, and we had an etiquette lady came in.
Yeah, they go hand in hand.
Oh yeah, and we taught the kids how to have a conversation.
Wow.
That was part of the etiquette.
That is actually a much needed course right now, teaching kids how to talk to each other.
Yeah. So we sat down at
anybody else.
Big round tables, and after learning how, it wasn't a sexuality weekend we learned on, it was an actual etiquette weekend.
That's a lot to tackle.
Yeah, it is. But we invited in church members. And so all these old people, right, are coming in, and people who don't know who they are. And they sat them alternating teenager, old person, and the adults were said, you are not allowed to initiate anything.
Wow.
You can carry on a conversation and let the kids do it. And they did it, and they did awesome. We got to go. We got 30 seconds.
Yeah, that is a fantastic idea. All right, guys.
Love y'all. Take care. I'll make sure Amanda wears the correct clothes on Friday. I will too. See ya.